request of Martin Slapikas to address council regarding Hayden Island Neighborhood Network Neighborhood Sustainability Program.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Well, I've got to admit, I'm Martin Slapikas. I'm representing the Hayden Island Neighborhood Network. It's a neighborhood, Hayden Island Neighborhood Association, also known as HINooN. Frankly, if I'd known that the Lincoln Constitutional team was supposed to be here, I would have asked them to make this presentation. I trust you've received the Hayden Island Sustainability Program, and it was designed and based on three legs: economic development, environmental stewardship, and social responsibility. Every one of these issues are concerning us because of the impact that is mentioned in the resolution that you should have before you. 15 different agencies, development by private and public support. We've got criminal activity going on. All of these things are affecting the livability of our island on an ongoing, as I speak, basis. What I'm here for is to ask that you, our city council, essentially become our strongest lobbyists when we face some of these issues. And some of the questions that need to be asked that do not seem to be asked at the various meetings I've attended. For an example, when we talk about the CRC, you have an attachment that contains the island's mitigation desires. Frankly, why don't we do advanced mitigation? Start some of the mitigations going on right now to correct that, to correct the issues that are happening now. They're all in there. 3 minutes isn't enough time to delve into that, but what I'd like to do is make a point of saying that we will be contacting each one of your offices, both current and new members of the council, to address these much more in detail. But consider the issue of the potential annexation of West Hayden Island. One of the questions that I have not heard asked is, why is it there is no interest by the port or state authorities, nor is there a proposal to form a joint port authority before you concrete over or consider concrete over 300, 500, 800 acres of West Hayden Island? Why isn't there a consideration of forming a joint, taking money that might do that to form a bi-state regional facility that competes on a world-class basis, not competing against the Port of Vancouver, the Port of Astoria, but look at it in a unified thing. Livability is certainly an issue. Cut to the chase. I was a pilot and used to fly at high altitudes requiring oxygen. And what if you could define livability? I'd love to hear it. The interesting thing is you don't notice livability. You don't notice. It's very much like oxygen. You don't notice the lack of oxygen until it starts to disappear. And that's what's happening with the livability on Hayden Island. Thank you very much.
Appreciate the. I think those are those issues and others contained in your submission are on point. I would like to celebrate. As I was on the island this weekend, to celebrate the fact that it's nice to see the new streets going in and the new street grid going in. You recall we fought very hard for that 6 years ago. I think I endured a really nasty Oregonian editorial because I was fighting on your behalf and others on Hayden Island's behalf just to put in a more proper street grid, and it's actually very rewarding to see that happen. I am concerned about the phasing of the CRC, and so I'd like to think that we could get early mitigation. I'll tell you, my current concern right now is that the phasing could make things worse in the short term, and by short term I mean years. So we have work to do, no doubt, and I appreciate you all being organized and coming to us with your list. So thank you. All right.